Okay, now in this part, I would like you to try this activity on your own. Alright, so it says cofunctions, given the triangle on the right, complete the table. So you pretty much have that triangle there, and you're going to find all of those different things. Sine of A, cosine of A, tangent of A. Alright, and all your answers will be in terms of lowercase a, b, or c. Alright, the last row refers to angles A and B. So like, what's the measure of angle A plus the measure of angle B? Alright, then I want you to look at what you found and look for a relationship between, the sine of A and maybe another sine, cosine of another angle. Okay? And then write it down, and then once you've done that, unpause the video and see if we came up with the same thing. And if we came up with different things and you're not sure why, please ask about it. Alright, so now pause the video, complete the activity on your own, at your own pace, and then hit play when you want to see the answer. Okay, so I tried to color coordinate the things that were equivalent to help you see this, but what the cofunction theorem says is that if you have two cofunctions, now what are cofunctions? We learned about reciprocals. That's one way to pair them up. Pair up the six trig functions. Cofunctions is a separate way to pair them up. So although sine and cosine aren't reciprocals, they are cofunctions of each other. And you can tell which functions are cofunctions by their names, right? It's sine and cosine. That's why they're cofunctions. Tangent and cotangent are also cofunctions, and they're also reciprocals. That's the only pair that's both reciprocal pairs and cofunction pairs. All right, secant and cosecant are also cofunctions. What's special about cofunctions? Well, if you look at their angles, if you take the sine of an angle and the cosine of a complementary angle, so complementary means adds up to 90, then they are going to equal each other. All right, now why does that happen? Well, if you look at angle A and angle B, all right, since these are right triangles, A and B have to add up to 90. Now, if you look at angle A, all right, and we look at the sine of A, the side opposite of angle A is side A, the hypotenuse is C. Okay, now if we look at angle B and we look at the adjacent leg to angle B, all right, A is also the adjacent leg, and they both have the same hypotenuse. So the reason why this relationship exists is because the side opposite of one angle is going to be the adjacent side to the other angle that's acute in a right triangle. All right, and the same thing works with like tangent and cotangent. Like the tangent of A is A over B because it's opposite over adjacent. Well, now if you do the cotangent of B, it's going to be the reciprocal of B over A, which is A over B. All right, so what you need to know about cofunctions is summarized below, but if you have, and these are all written out right here, okay, if you have cofunctions, meaning two trig functions that have the same name, except one has the word co in front of it, and the angles are complementary, meaning they add up to 90, they're going to equal each other. All right, and if you think back to the table that we filled out, I'll quickly write that out. Okay, that's why we're able to fill out the second row as a reverse of the top row, because if the sine of 0 is 0, then the cosine of 90 is also going to be 0 because 0 and 90 are complementary. And if the sine of 30 is 1/2, then the cosine of 60 is also going to be 1/2 because 30 plus 60 equals 90. All right, if the sine of 45 is root 2 over 2, then the cosine of 45 will also be root 2 over 2 because 45 plus 45 equals 90. All right, so that's why we're able to do that, and it's super helpful to know, to help you like make some problems more simple than they could be. All right, so let's finish up this video series by doing example 3. Okay, fill out the blanks using the cofunction relationships. So if you look at the sine of 37 degrees equals the cosine of blank, all right, since they are cofunctions, sine and cosine, I know that this angle has to be complementary. So 90 minus 37 is going to come out to be 53. All right, and so there we go, bada bing, bada boom. All right, with the next example, all right, we have cosecant and secant, so they're cofunctions. So whatever I put here, I'll call it y, has to add to x to equal 90. So if we isolate y, we get that y is equal to 90 minus x. So that's what I'll write right in here, 90 minus x. And you can check that they're complementary by doing 90 minus x plus x and see that no matter what x is, their sum is going to be 90 degrees. Okay? In the last example, we have the blank of 47 degrees is equal to the cotangent of 43 degrees. So since these angles do add up to 90, all right, this function here has to be tangent, because tangent and cotangent are cofunctions. Okay, if you're not sure which function has, like, which cofunctions go together, again, it just has the word co in front of it. Sine and cosine, cofunctions. Tangent and cotangent, cofunctions. Secant and cosecant, cofunctions. All right, and those are different from reciprocals. Okay, reciprocals are sine and cosecant, cosine and secant, and also tangent and cotangent are also reciprocals, unlike the other four. Okay, thanks for watching. Please let me know if you have questions, and have a great day.